Okay, so FTP is basically, it's file transfer protocol, and what it is it's a method of uploading files to your web server. Okay, and you can create multiple FTP accounts. You'll basically use these credentials to log in to your website from another tool, a third-party tool, or even from the browser in some instances. And then you can upload files, images, whatever you want to upload to your web server. So I've already set my password. This is your master FTP account. You want to copy your username, so just select that, copy, and then edit to change your password. Now, I've already set my password, so you can set it here and just obviously, follow these rules when you create new passwords. So let's go back. I'm going to test this and verify whether this works. Okay, so click the verify link, put in your password, click verify. Alright, success logging into FTP with the credentials supplied. So now you go back to FileZilla and you will create a new user. So go to File, Site Manager, say New Site. I just usually call the site by the domain name, so that's logical. Alright, so the host is ftp dot your domain name. The port is always going to be port 21 by default. We'll choose the logon type as normal. Change this to the username that you copied from your master username in the FTP, and then password. Say OK. Alright, so now if you click this little black arrow next to the site manager icon, you'll see makingyourfirstblog.com. I'm going to connect to that. And this is what you want to see. Directory listing successful. Okay, so this is the remote site. This is the local site. Anytime you move files from your local site to your remote site, they will appear in this window down here. Okay, so what we want to do right now is, for one, let's get rid of this zip file because we don't need that. And all I did was I just hit delete on the keyboard. The next thing you want to do is navigate over to where you've saved the zip file. But before we do that, let's open up the folder, and I am going to extract the contents of the zip file right here. Okay, so extract here, and usually everything is nicely contained inside of a WordPress folder. And this is what you upload to your remote directory. In fact, if you go in one level, these are the files that you actually need to upload. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll go over to demo. See if I can find my websites. Okay, make your first blog, and then inside of the backups folder, I go to site files, double click. Remember, not the zip file, because you cannot extract it on the server. You're going to download the actual file content, so double click on that and select everything. This folder with the two dots, that's if you want to go up one level. So if you double click on that, you'll actually go up one level. As you can see, you're now in the site files folder. So select wp-admin, scroll down, hold down shift on your keyboard, and click the last file in this list here so that everything is highlighted blue. Then you want to right click and make sure that you are in the remote site that you connected, and that you are showing you in the root directory. Okay, you don't want to be in any of these directories. Make sure that everything is going into the root directory, and we can test that in a little bit here. So you will upload, and the minute you upload, you'll see the progress meter down here. There's 1200 queued files, and then down here will show you the successful file transfers. So I'm going to just skip this part to the end. We don't want to bore you with all the file uploads. Okay, so everything is uploaded. That was painful to watch. By the way, it takes a lot longer when you're uploading single files like this, rather than a zip file. It takes a matter of seconds versus 10-15 minutes. So it's important to look in this middle tab here, failed transfers. Make sure that nothing shows up here. Successful transfers obviously should equal the number of files that was queued, so 1299. Everything was successful. Now we can go ahead, you can close this guy down. And now let's go back to our control panel and click on File Manager. Alright, so you see everything is in here right now, all these files, and let's test to see whether the domain name is actually resolved. When you set the name servers on at your domain name registrar to point to your web host, which is in this case iPage, it takes some time to resolve. So right now, a couple of hours have passed between me setting the name servers. So I'm going to test that domain name, see if it resolves. Okay, so the domain name does resolve because we have the installation or the setup configuration file. This is what it will look like if it's working. You'll notice the path wp-admin/setupconfig.php, and what this is doing is basically going into the wp-admin folder. Let me go up one level here. So this is the root directory where we uploaded all the files. When the website loads, it goes, and if this is the very first time that, after you've uploaded the files and the database has not been set up, the file inside this folder, all the way down to, let's see, where was it? setupconfig.php. This is the file that runs. Alright, so we will set up the database in the next video. Thanks for watching.